another version of Nerds on Tap, where we dive into deep discussions based around entrepreneurship and business, but it always has to be fused with technology, all while tasting a flight of favorite brews by our guest. And we couldn't do this show without our fantastic sponsor, Digital Boardwalk, where businesses plug into smarter IT at GoModernOffice.com. So, today's episode, my guest won't be drinking brews because my guest is a teenager. She'll be drinking her favorite drink, Alani. You want to show him the Alani? Is that what you're going to be drinking today?
Yes. This is an energy drink with 200 milligrams of caffeine.
But I might sample a beer or two. Is that okay?
If you're not driving home.
All right. Today's episode number 24 is going to be about her journey as a YouTube content creator. We'll discuss her beginnings, how she grew her audience, how the content has shifted over time, and what's next for her. I know that if you're listening to this episode and want to learn some tips and tricks, or just hear an incredible journey, you'll want to stay tuned through the entire episode. I've watched this sweet and sassy teen develop her channel since its beginning because I just happen to have a very close connection with her. She just happens to be my daughter, Tory. Hey, Tory.
Hi.
But what makes this even more special for me is that I've watched her grow and learn and get better every single day. So welcome to the show, Tory.
Thank you.
So a little bit about you. Her YouTube channel can be found by following the link on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can search for Tory or Livy inside of YouTube. A little bit about Tory. She loves the color purple. She loves music. She loves fashion, and she loves sports. And she also loves making videos and creating content for YouTube. So, Tory, let me ask you a question. Have you ever watched Nerds on Tap or listened to my show?
My mom has played it in the car. Very nerdy.
Okay, so if you've listened to it in the car, what's the first thing we do? Really?
I don't
Really?
remember.
We drink a beer. What do we got today, Suds?
Today we have the Emerald Coast Ultra Premium Lager. It's a light-bodied lager with a golden pale color and has a refreshingly crisp taste and a clean, dry finish.
Wow.
Let me pop this open. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's a good beer. I will be drinking that on the show today. What are you drinking, Tory?
I already said it, but Alani, energy drink.
Okay. So, welcome back to the show, everyone. Today, we're diving into the digital journey of Tory, creator, storyteller, and rising YouTube star. From humble beginnings to hitting 1,000 subscribers, Tory's story is one of grit, growth, and what's next. So, let's get into it. So, Tory, I'm going to put you on the spot. And you gotta forget that I'm your dad here asking you questions because, you know, you don't need to react to me the same way you do at home when I tell you to do your homework. So what...
I don't do it anyway.
How did you first get into YouTube?
So my parents didn't know that I started YouTube at the beginning. And
What?
I told them about it about a week later after making videos. And this is before I got my phone. I was still filming on an iPad. And so I did it through an editor called CapCut. And then I would have to post it. And the quality was like really bad. And then about a week later, I told my parents. And they weren't as upset as I thought they would be. I thought they would like ground me for like 2 years. But they didn't. And they let me actually keep the YouTube channel.
And why do you think that is?
I get grounded a lot.
You do?
You should know this by now.
Well, let me just say this. If you're, you know, when you started this channel, it was an outlet for you, right? Mm-hmm. Talking to the mic. It was an outlet for you, right? Mm-hmm. So it was an outlet to be creative, get your thoughts out, and do things like that, right?
Yes.
All right. So what did I get you for Christmas last year?
A phone. Oh, and no, wait, no. I got a phone for my birthday last year, and then for Christmas I got a lot of editing, or not editing, but I got a tripod and I got mics and I got a lot of creativity stuff.
So you
for
got a
my
lot of
channel.
content creators.
Yes.
So you got mics, portable
Yes.
mics, you got some lighting, you got an automated tripod that follows you around. So
Yes.
it gives you a chance to be creative. And you've been using all these things. I've watched you over the past year. And this last year is when your YouTube channel really heated up, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what inspired your first video?
My first ever video, I think, was a room tour. And there was just music, and then I would just kind of follow the camera about around my room. And I was just really happy because I had a way to express myself to people and actually get my word out there instead of just knowing the people that I already know now.
Right. So well, that's great. So it was a room tour. So you showed off your room
Yes.
to an
Strangers.
audience you've never met before.
Yes.
And what was the reaction to that?
I have a lot of Olivia Rodrigo merch in my room, and it kind of captured the interest of some fellow Olivia Rodrigo fans, and so I started that video, and I was just happy with it at the end because it was like my first one.
So for those listening, if you don't know who Olivia Rodrigo is, she's a Grammy Award-winning singer, right?
Yes.
So what were the biggest challenges in those early days? I mean, obviously for all of us, including myself, it's, it has to do with not knowing how to edit and do all these things we have to do. I know for me, the biggest challenge was learning editing. What was it for you?
My biggest challenge was, I think, just finding things to make videos about, I would say.
Just trying to find content. And where did you get inspired? Like, what inspired you for each one of your videos that you made?
The thing that inspired me was that I can share my emotions with other people, and knowing that I'm influencing other people, and I post a lot about mental health as well, because everything I do, I don't care how many likes I get, I don't care how many comments I get, I just want to make other people happy.
You want to make it, that's fantastic. And that's why I think we back your channel more than we probably would if you had been creating content, about things that we wouldn't accept. I mean, mental health is important, and I know especially for your generation, it's extremely important because you guys are all plugged in and the world is full of bullies, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a good outlet for you. So are there any moments along your journey, Tory, where you almost gave up with YouTube?
I remember, I don't know how far I was along. I think I had like around 125 subscribers, and that's when people in my class at school started figuring out my channel, and all of them started making fun of it, and they would call it cringe and everything. And at that time I felt like giving up because I didn't really want to keep going with that. But then I realized, oh, they're just jealous. They don't have a YouTube channel. And then because they were saying stuff like, oh, I could probably get 1 million in a day, and I was like, it doesn't work that way because
It's not how it works.
they don't know anything about it.
Haters will hate, right? Haters will hate.
Yes.
Yeah. That's too bad, but the neat thing is you progressed through it. You didn't listen to them. It actually I feel like it actually encouraged you to create more.
Yes.
Right. And what is the feeling you get after posting a video. I know you made a video of me recently. I don't know if I want to talk about that on this show, but that video, we thought, within 10 minutes, you already had over 6,000 views.
It was around 2,000, and I guess my analytics glitched, but at the end it had about 6.7K views, and it was about him pretending to be me. And there was a scene in it where he was like, coconut milk, spicy pickles, where's my Alani? And then he found the energy drink and he was like downing it. There wasn't anything in it, but
Folks, don't go look for that video. But
look
you
at
can
it.
watch the rest of Tory's videos, but it is on her channel. And again, if you're watching this online as opposed to listening to it on where you listen to your favorite podcast, Tory, again, where can they go to find your channel on YouTube?
My channel is on YouTube, and you can either search up Tory or Livy, but I recently changed my name today because the Livy I got from Olivia Rodrigo fan, but in the future I knew I wouldn't want to have it. So now, while I'm still a small creator, I want to change it. So I changed it to totally_Tory, which will take probably 24 hours to update.
Okay, so we've got totally_Tory. If you search for that on YouTube, you'll find Tory's channel. So we're going to go into segment 2, how you grew your audience. Okay, normally we would sample a beer here, but because I have you on the show and I've got to drive you home later, we're gonna limit the intake, right? Maybe I should switch to Alani and get a little energy under.
Yeah.
All right. So growing your audience, what helped you start gaining traction? Like, when did you know you kind of had a winning formula?
I remember this really clearly. I think it was either in December or January after I got my mics. And I remember my dad, I used to paint rocks with these acrylic markers, and I would paint rocks, and some of them were actually pretty good. And then I went downtown, and I took the mics, and I was talking about how I was going to plant the rocks for other people to find. And I tagged different businesses in them where I planted the rocks at. And that, at first, I thought it was going to be a good video, but at first I didn't get any attraction. After later, I gained probably only 80 views, but that was a lot for me at the time. And then I got 10 subscribers, and after that, it started going up.
So does it matter? Like, how many videos do you have on your channel now?
I have a little over 600.
600 videos. And when did you start this process?
This process was started,
Like, from the time you made your first video and posted it to now, how long has it been?
November 2024.
So you've been doing it
A little less than a year.
a little less than a year, and we'll talk about your big milestone in a minute, but so you've been doing it a little less than a year. And so once you started to get more videos on there, let's say you passed the 100 mark, then the 200 mark, then the 300 mark as far as content on your channel, the more videos you have, the more followers you get more frequently, right? So what is the trick just to keep creating and keep posting?
What I figured out is usually when I find a video or someone that I really like, I will go into their channel, and sometimes if they only have like 15 videos, I obviously don't want to watch it because I know it's going to stop too soon. I'll want to keep watching more and more. So the trick is when people find your channel, they go on your channel and they just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And what I've noticed is people think it's like endless, so they can just keep watching. Like some people I know have watched every single one of my videos and they still haven't gotten bored.
So there's another trick, right? Isn't it called remixing?
There is a remixing where you can remix audios. You can green screen videos. They're called, the kids who green screen are called green screen kids.
Oh, wow.
Some people call them annoying. I've never green screened a video before, but other people make videos to try and get them on and trick them into remixing their videos so they can get more views.
So if someone remixes one of your videos, what does that do for your channel?
My channel, if someone searches up my channel, another person who tagged me in their video will pop up. Or that person, if people are watching a different person and they see, oh, another person is tagged in it, they automatically think this is another channel that is related to that one, so it's like that one in a way, so they want a similar channel to watch, so they click on yours.
So technically, you could remix somebody's video that might have 1 million subscribers, and it would help one of your videos show up. Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe, but most of the time it's people who have more subscribers than you that remix smaller creator videos that do better.
Interesting. So how did you figure out what content resonated? This is the big one, right? Because if you're creating goofy content that people just don't want to see, I know that on one of my channels, I made a how-to video. I usually made other more creative videos, but once I made a how-to video as a test, that video has gotten more views and everything than any other video I've ever created. For you, what content resonated with your audience?
What does resignated mean?
It means what content changed the game for you? Like what content did you start putting out there that really started making your channel grow?
I posted funny videos, and those went a certain way, but sometimes people want something more meaningful. And when I started posting about mental health, people started coming to me and thanking me because they liked that people started talking about this, and they would thank me for talking about it. And people can tell that I'm genuinely a good person by wanting to help other people, and I really want to help my subscribers with their mental health as well and give them someone to relate to so they don't feel alone. And
when you post those videos, I've seen you post the numbers for suicide hotline and mental health, different phone numbers that they can call, correct?
Yes, that is probably one of the first videos that my friend from school hasn't remixed because my friend tags me a lot, but there was this girl, I think her name is Addie or something. She came to my channel and she asked me if she could make it again because she really wanted to help people as well and she wanted to inspire people and spread the word. So I said, of course you can, and she tagged me in it. So every time you search up my channel, you'll see her video pop up as well.
Interesting. So have there been any surprising moments or viral wins along the way? Like, is there a video that you created that surprisingly went viral or went close to being viral?
Yes.
Besides me, of course.
Okay,
of course,
well,
you put me on any
you're
video.
Not special.
Oh.
Okay, so this video is my most viewed video, and it's about how everyone is beautiful in their own way. And I really didn't do anything. I did not expect it to blow up because I barely really did any work. I just searched up the word pretty girls on the search bar, and I scrolled through shorts as I was screen recording. I said, what it would like, what I would do to look like them. And then in the caption, I wrote, everyone is beautiful in their own way. Don't let this trick you. And it got about 500 comments, 4.5K likes, and over 150,000 views.
Wow, that's impressive. I've seen that video, so I was impressed. And you're not even in the video, are you?
No, I'm not.
So is that why it went? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You need to stop.
All right, so last question on this segment before we go into the what's next chapter of this. How do you stay consistent and motivated, Tory?
I get bored very easily, and I know if people are watching me, that inspires me that people want to see my every move. So if I make new videos and constantly upload them, people start watching them and people want to see my videos, because what I've noticed is some people that I'm subscribed to, they post maybe like 5 times a week. I don't do that. I post maybe 1 to 15 to 20 times a day. I try to, at least.
I think that's the secret, right? Is posting consistently each and every day.
Yes.
So you get people looking forward to the next Tory video, as far as your audience goes, I would imagine, because they're popping up and they're like, oh, there's Tory again. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about what's next. So few simple questions here before we get into the rapid fire round. And I'll tell you what that is. You obviously haven't watched my whole show, Tory, or you would know what rapid fire is. But what does hitting 1,000 subscribers mean to you?
1,000 subscribers. I never thought I would even make it to 100. It was really hard for me to get to that 100 mark, and I didn't expect it to get to 100 or 1,000 because I think 2 or 3 days ago I was only at 800 subscribers, and I was really happy because I was like I didn't even believe it was real.
So you told me a story before the show. Do you want to share that with everybody, but leaving out the expletives?
Okay, well, I'll say it. I'll just say, I won't say the whole word.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to have a talk.
Last night I was at 910 subscribers. I did about a million. I did a bunch of streams. One of them I did a cooking stream, and YouTube AI thought I was too young, so I had to turn off my camera, and I had a lot of comments going, about 2,000 comments in that whole live stream. I streamed for about 2 hours, and I was waiting to get 1,000 subscribers. I made it to about 1,015 last night, and I got off. It was like 12 a.m.
12 a.m.? That's
12
past your bedtime.
I don't have a bedtime. So I ended up going to bed at 1 a.m., but it was like 12, and I went to go take a shower, and I was like, I got in the shower, and I was talking to myself, and I was like, I'm an effing YouTuber. And then that's what I said to myself, and I was like, hyping myself up a little bit too much, but.
So these strange voices I'm hearing in the middle of the night, that's you talking to yourself in the shower?
Okay, no, that is him. He has like,
Okay.
going crazy.
So what are your goals for the next chapter?
My goals for the next chapter, I don't really care what I do as long as I'm influencing people to be better people.
So you're not looking at milestones, you're not looking at hitting 100,000, you don't care about that.
100,000 would be great because I know I'm getting my word out there more, but the most I want to do is make people happy.
We know that. I mean, that's the one thing I hear consistently from everybody that meets you is you inspire and you bring out happiness in others because you're a helper, is what I hear.
Yes, I try to be.
Then why do you argue so much when we ask you to unload the dishwasher?
Because Mom does it like 8 times a day.
This is we could do this all day on here, but I'm not going to do that to you. So any advice for creators just starting out, Tory?
Starting out, I never even thought I would make it to 100. Just know that you can do it, and as long as you're not, like, some people go viral for being, like, rude, and that's the one thing you don't want to do because you're getting followers from people that aren't very good people. But what I do is I try to influence people who are a little bit rude and try to make them into good people.
Okay. That's awesome. So, again, where can they find you on YouTube? Yeah, it's important.
So, I changed my username today, so it might still pop up as Toryorlivie, TORYORLIVIE, but I changed it to totally_Tory. So.
Okay. What can your audience expect next from you, Tory?
My audience.
What are you going to do next, or do you want to leave that as mystery?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I have posts about it, but I'm doing another live stream today because I collect Alani cans, and I'm making a sniper and hot gluing all the Alanis together.
So again, Tori's drinking an Alani on here. It's a energy drink that she likes.
Yes.
And I think she only likes it because she wants these cans to do
No,
this
that's
trend.
not true. They're really good, and they give me anxiety, which gives me energy.
Oh, anxiety gives you energy.
Yes.
All right, so do you know what rapid fire questions are?
The heck is that?
So I'm going to ask you 10 to 15 questions in a very fast pace. And all you have to do is give me a 1 to 5 word answer. Not a long story, just a 1 to 5
I'll
word
try.
answer on each. Don't look at my screen. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. What was the title of your very first YouTube video?
Olivia Rodrigo room tour.
One creator who inspires you.
I don't know her name.
Crickets chirp.
I don't know her name.
You don't know her name and she inspires you?
I don't remember.
All right, we'll skip it. What's the weirdest comment you've ever received?
Okay, so there was like an old man and
Oh,
what?
an old man?
I don't know if it was an old man. They just acted old, and they were like, they just put like that one like hot emoji thing with like the person. I don't know if it was an old man. It was probably a little kid, but I haven't really got that weird comments.
I'm going to stop you right
Okay,
here.
no,
So
don't even.
when what do you do when people give you weird comments? Because I know we preach to you all the time that someone you think might be a 14-year-old kid could be a 1400-year-old weird guy.
So I just blanked. So these people, most of the people that I have talked to, which I don't really do this anymore. I don't talk to people online that much, but most of the time I know what they sound like. I know what they look like. But I don't really do this anymore. But people on YouTube who act weird, I just literally block them from my channel. Or you can
Good
just block
answer.
people. Just block them.
Good answer. So if you could collaborate with any YouTuber, who would it be?
I think
Is it the kid with the curly hair? What's his name? No. Okay.
I don't know. There's this one girl. I kind of forgot her name, but I think her last name is Campinos or something. And she's a really good-hearted person that I've seen. And she has about 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow. That means you're good-hearted. That means when you hit 100,000 subscribers, you're going to think back to this podcast and you're going to go, wow, I was at 1,000 then.
Yeah.
What's one thing you wish you knew before starting your channel?
When I started my channel, I was just really I was really insecure, and I didn't think that my channel would even reach 100 because I was just a really sad person. I feel like YouTube is one of the reasons why I'm happy now, because I have all these people that I know actually online, because I know how I act to big YouTubers online. I think they're really good people, and I feel like that's how some people act towards me.
So what did you wish you knew before starting the channel?
Oh, I forgot. What I wish I knew, that let the haters can hate.
There you go. Good answer. Favorite milestone moment so far?
1,000.
1,000. What's your dream video to make?
My dream video, there's like a thing called the Glow House where all these big YouTubers go, and I would love to go there.
What's your go-to snack while editing videos?
I don't really edit. Sometimes I do.
What's your go-to snack?
Alani.
Okay. What's the strangest place you've ever filmed content?
So I'll like sometimes when I'm about to get in the shower before I take off my makeup and stuff, I'll have the water running and I'll wait for the water to heat up, and I'll while I still have all my makeup on, I'll film. And there's like stairs down, so it looks like there's this itty bitty door.
Okay. So if your YouTube channel had a theme song, what would it be?
I don't know.
No answer?
No.
Okay. Last question. And be careful with this one. Be careful with your answer for this one.
What is it?
Who was your favorite guest that you had on your channel?
I can say her name. Well, she doesn't care.
Her? You mean him?
Okay, not you. So I have posted with my best friend, who I've tagged her in some of my videos. It's called the Girly Pop Channel, but her username is Ava Madeir. Like 123 or something.
Okay. And So I just want to thank you for sharing your journey. Thanks for coming into the studio today. It's summertime, so we got you in here. Otherwise, you'd be in school. Finally, again, let everyone know how to find you on YouTube and some final comments.
So, you go on YouTube. I just changed my username to totally_Tory, but that might take maybe a little bit to update. So if you type in Tory or Livie, TORYORLIVIE, then it still might pop up.
So whether you're just starting out or chasing your next milestone, remember, every click, every comment, every connection counts. Until next time, tune in to Nerds on Tap. Keep creating, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great one. Cheers, my fellow nerds and beer lovers. Stay tuned for more Nerds on Tap. Oh, and one more thing. Help us spread the nerdy love and the love for great brews by sharing this podcast with your friends, colleagues, and fellow beer enthusiasts. Let's build a community that embraces curiosity, innovation, and the enjoyment of a cold one.